Howdy folks, it is Diecastbuffet here again. Welcome back to another NASCAR Diecast review. Today we have the 2023 Air Force Erik Jones 43 car. I don't know why, but I have a sneaky suspicion this car might be in the Authentics line. And if it is, you have a 50-50 chance of it being absolutely obliterated. So, do yourself the favor, pick it up in the Gold Series if you're interested. Let me tell you, this is one cool diecast. Alrighty folks, run out of the good old box, and immediately when I see this diecast, for some reason, it reminds me of Ricky Rudd's mid-2000s Wood Brothers car. That kind of yellow, or not yellow, the goldish number with the red and the white. I don't know. It just takes me back to like 05 and 06. Anyways, let's go ahead and dive into this diecast review. I gotta say a huge thank you to our friends at Circle B Diecast for helping me out getting this car. Love that website. Love the cats over there. And just want to say thank you to them. Now let's go ahead and dive into this diecast review. So you got the Air Force logo right there on the hood. Very sleek. You don't see any words, but you know it's the Air Force logo there. Go to the front of the car, you have the whole red, very reminiscent of the Sheldon Creed Xfinity car. The way the red is kind of angled on the nose reminds you of the Wheeling car. Just really nice. Got the 43, Sunoco. This is the final year for the 43 to be under a Chevrolet banner for the time being. I mean, it might take a decade or two before they come back around the carousel. Go to the left side of the car. Now, I do wish they would have incorporated a little bit larger of a font here. I don't know how they could have done that. Maybe they could have angled it or whatnot, or moved this up a little sideways, just so they can get a little bit more wider font. I think that would have covered a little bit more real estate, a little bit better. But regardless, it's got a retro feel to it, but it's also got a modern feel to it. Now, not to nitpick a little bit, but I would have loved a metallic 43. I think a gold number or a foil number, as they want to coin it as, would have been a lot better. That's just personal preference. This white line down here, I can easily paint over that, no big deal. So you got Club Windham, got U.S. Air Force, Thunderbirds, U.S. Air Force, got your stars and stripes pattern. I mean, this would be a fantastic diecast to use in a stop motion or a diecast series for a Coke 600 or a July 4th event, or back when the Duralast Cup Series was going. This would be a paint scheme I would personally use for the Lone Star 500, which was a New Year's Eve event, or New Year's Eve night, and it had patriotic cars. Off topic, though. Let's go to the top of the car. Got Erik Jones, your signature, what do you call it, Legacy Motor Club logo there. Very controversial team. Gets Allegiant, STP. Got some smaller decals down here. Goodyear. You can barely even read the Goodyear logo. That's a bugaboo. You got to put an outlining to that. Cup Series 75th. Go to the back end of the car. U.S. Air Force once again. Got the 43 Camaro. And oh, by the way, both of the drawings and throwbacks for LMC, like I kid you not, both of their throwbacks literally got canceled. How stupid is that? They canceled the throwback for Erik Jones, which had like the black felt top. That was a throwback to one of Petty's cars. That was a cool throwback. They canceled that one. And then the Jimmy Johnson throwback that Gregson ran, they canceled that one too. Good thing I can just make my own if I want it. It sucks when they cancel a great paint scheme that I really like and I really wanted in the 1/64 scale. It's a shame that they canceled the paint schemes for LMC's Darlington throwback. I mean, I really like that Jimmy Johnson paint scheme. If only I was like holding the diecast right now, but that's besides the point. So as you go to the left side of this diecast here, you got the 43. I got the U.S. Air Force livery. I like the font for the Thunderbirds right there. That is pretty cool. The wheels do have that metallic dark gray, which is I'm guessing that is the status quo for the wheel color nowadays. Personally, I actually liked the early 2022 164 wheels. They were closer to the Hot Wheels kind of chrome. That's just personal preference, but to me, I like those a little bit better. Why? Because I feel like they shined a little bit more, and if you look at the cars on the racetrack, they're more of a shiny, brushed look rather than a for lack of a better words, a metallic, glittery look. To most people, you probably wouldn't be able to tell a difference, but when you build things and you work with paints and you work with metal and stuff like that, you notice the tiniest of tiny details. You know, it's like how a crew chief could go crazy over 1/1000th of an inch on a bolt in the rear end housing of a car because it's going to make the car tighter or looser. You know, they notice the most craziest things. That's how, if you build customs, you understand what I'm talking about. You notice the extreme details when it comes to 1/64 scale cars. The roof of the car, you have the inverted numbers. You have the 43 on the roof, which I think looks pretty good. I think it looks pretty good. And I'm usually not a fan of off logos right here, or they double print it, you know, put one logo here and one on the side. But if you look at Air Force vehicles, they usually do have some logos scattered around there. I think that's kind of creative, especially on the, you know, the little roof flap. I don't know why, but it just kind of looks cool. Then you go to the back end of the car. You can see a little bit of a sloppy shark fin. That's a very difficult, you know, very pronounced point of the die-cast body to wrap. So I can't harp on that too much. But regardless, do yourself a favor. Pick up this die-cast. I do think it's going to be the Authentics line. Could age like milk, but it's a really cool paint scheme. You know, it definitely has some Ricky Rudd vibes to it if you remember his 21 car from the Wood Brothers days. I like it. I like it. I think it's an awesome car. You could easily turn this into a patriotic paint scheme. You could put the, you know, the NASCAR Salutes logo, put a banner on it. You know, you could do whatever you want with it, right? So, thank you all so much for watching the video. Make sure to give it a like, comment, and a subscribe if you haven't already. I'd much appreciate it. God bless. Diecastbuffet. Shining off. Man, I really, really wish I had that Gregson diecast.